to these two outcomes because in my eyes they're both evil. One is a lesser evil than the other. One where my action is causing you harm. Well, but still, I would rather be backstabbing a backstabber than be backstabbed by a backstabber. All right, so imagine that our preferences are such that this is my first most preferred world. This is my second, third, fourth. You see how different that is from the other game? Now, this is not the same game as it's not personal, it's business. This is it's personal, right? It's personal. And by the way, when you're hiring people to work with you, if an employee of yours say, hey, I'm using company time to promote my own vision, my own payoff, independent of the company, and you confront that employee and they say, hey, it's not personal, it's business. You say, oh, yes, it's personal, I hired you, now it's personal. When we are competing against one another in a market, yeah, it's not personal, it's business. But once you acquire somebody into your business family, now it becomes personal, right? So you see the difference between when you play the Smith strategy versus the Marx strategy, so to speak.
Yep.
Now, the loyalty game. So you have, if we both remain silent, now since we're loyal, we both trust one another, we want the best for the group, then actually this is our first best world. Now this is our second best world. But if I reveal on somebody who remains silent, that's my third best. When I'm taken in for sucker, that's my fourth best. Take a moment and tell me whether you can see a Nash equilibrium. Which one? Okay, so you're telling me silent, silent, and reveal. Does anybody? Do we agree? Silent, silent, and reveal? Look, if it is true that it is both silent, silent, and reveal, then I should lose all interest as player one from switching my strategy choice. Is that true? If I switch my strategy choice, I'm worse off. I don't have an interest of changing away from silent, silent. If you're player two, do you have an interest of changing your strategy choice? No. It is Nash equilibrium. If it's true that reveal is a Nash equilibrium, the same would happen. Do you have an interest of changing your strategy choice as player one? No. Do you have an interest of changing your strategy choice as player two? No. Silent, silent, and reveal are in fact both Nash equilibria, even though lesson one of game theory doesn't help you. Lesson one of game theory, the prescriptive one, never play a strictly dominant strategy. No. Never play a strictly dominated strategy. Doesn't help you here because you don't have a dominated strategy. Is remaining silent unequivocally better for you? Is revealing unequivocally better for you? No, neither. You're loyal. I play nice with nice people, and I don't play nice with people that I don't think are nice, right?
Yeah.
So there is not a dominated strategy here. So lesson one doesn't help you, but you can still see a Nash equilibrium, because a Nash equilibrium, the word equilibrium means that both parties to the transaction lose any incentive to want to change the outcome because they can do better. And this is a really important lesson. Payoffs matter. Payoffs tell you the nature of your opponent. Are they trustworthy or not? And knowing that is the most important lesson, because remember that what game theory is not? It's not a theory of chaos, of what people care about. It takes them as given, but garbage in, garbage out. You have the complete wrong theory of chaos, and you're just gonna end up in a bad, bad outcome. Why? Because you supplied the model the wrong inputs, it's gonna feed you it spit out the wrong output. Lesson 3, in chaos, we trust. Do your diligence. Do your diligence. And when you're walking into these type of scenarios, understand what the other person cares about. You discover your and others' payoffs, and you've identified your best move. If I know that they're trustworthy, this is it. You've overcame the worst part of a business dilemma, which is that you don't have trust. And overcoming trust costs is the worst thing possible.
This is a position.
What is it?
This is a position.
Absolutely a position. It's a difficult one because, like, imagine when you're hiring people, you want people that are team players, loyals. They're not going to create that situation in your organization where they're, maybe creating their own vision at the expense of yours, stealing company time, not working hard, creating a shirk culture, right? If you want to avoid that, look how much we spend on interviews and all of that good stuff. What are we trying to do? We're trying to get the team players. We're trying to hire the team players because in that organization, you need to protect, you want to act as a unit, blocking yourself from being infiltrated from the outside. And the worst thing that infiltrates you from the outside is competition, right? Or competition can even poach your own employees. But the problem that we face is that we are talking animals, right? We talk, we lie. Everybody at the interview is saying the same exact things. I'm a team player. I love this company. Everybody's saying the same stuff. Good luck sifting. So this is a really important lesson because if you can crack the payoffs, you know which game you're playing, and that's good. If you know it's not personal, it's business for them, great. You know how to play. But if it's personal and you can actually create an environment of trust, then you can save so much money just on having that trust.
So sometimes, because I see your point, sometimes when people lead with, I know this is going to be a third rail, but when people lead with the culture conversation,
Yeah.
like how important the culture is to them, it's actually a red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so look, the problem is, I do understand everything that's good could be hijacked for something bad.
Mhm.
The word culture means something very important. Commonality of norms. And if you look back at when Adam Smith was talking, he was talking about an environment where we had commonality of norms.